All right, y'all. We back again on another one, Rap and RnB with Ray. I got the one and only Dré Dys in the building, man. How you living?
Man, I'm good. I am good. I'm blessed, brother. Better than I deserve. How about yourself?
Man, I'm good,
For
man.
sure
New
that.
Year treating you good?
Yes, sir, man. 3 days into it. Hitting it with force, man. I've been
Hey,
trying to get myself together health wise, you know what I'm saying? I've been setting some new intentions, some new goals, you know what I'm saying? Working on some new music. So feeling good.
okay, man. I like that. It's a new year. Let's start there, man. So, what health goals you got in line? What you working on, man?
Just
We
more
all
so,
need something.
more so getting my cardio together. I've been seeing Lupe Fiasco say a lot lately that rap is a sport, train like it. And when you think of it from that perspective, it kind of motivates you to get up off your butt. You feel what I'm saying? So, uh, really just working on getting my cardio together, getting some of this weight down. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't huffing and puffing on the mic on the stage, and them performances can sound like them tracks all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, right on, man. I be telling people, man, the performances ain't no joke.
At all, at
Y'all,
all. It's
y'all
a
be up there.
workout.
That energy be rolling.
Yes,
That
sir.
sweat be rolling.
Yes,
You thought
indeed.
you could do it. It was easy in the booth when you was walking in and out. That
And then
stage like be different.
Man, and then it's things in the studio that can help you out, folks, to punch in, such like that. So you really gotta train yourself to be able to do all your music, all your material. You know what I'm saying?
Right on, man. So while we on that, man, you been in the game for you got some what they say, some meat under your skin now.
Yeah, I say I've been at it for a little while. I think I started recording seriously my junior year of high school. So that was back in 2014, 2013.
Okay.
I major myself a little bit here, but yeah, man, I started recording back in that time with my bro Jerron, my bro Trayvon, back home in Indianapolis. We had a little group called ourselves Fratello. It's Italian for brothers, I think, if I'm not mistaken. None of us spoke Italian. It just felt cool at the time, you know what I'm saying? Man, we had put in a whole bunch of put in money in the pot, you know what I'm saying? And I think we booked like 6 hours at this studio in Indianapolis called City Dump Records. And we recorded our first few songs then. And from there, man, I fell in love with it. Uh, Purchased my own equipment, you feel me? Got into the recording engineering aspect of it myself, you feel me? So all my music I record myself, and I typically send it over to my big brother Dollar Black. He'll mix and master it for me, and we'll get it out there to the folks, man. So, just been doing this thing for a while. My travels brought me down here to Jackson, Mississippi back in 2015. Graduated, came down here for Jackson State. The I love, go Tigers. Shout out to Coach, you know what I'm saying, the whole team and all that. Um,
Good love in the city.
yes, indeed, yes, indeed. Uh, what was I saying? I'm sorry, I got off a little bit. Oh, came to Jackson, you know what I'm saying? Met a lot of cool people like my brother across from me, man. That's
Right
where we
on.
crossed paths. And just really hit the scene running, you know what I'm saying? At first, it was more so on campus, talent shows, things like that. I had joined Outspoken Arts Collective, so that gave me a chance to really refine my skills, be around other artists to give me critiques, you know what I'm saying? Give me to where I need to be. And at a certain point, I decided to venture out more into the city. I thought it was cool to be somewhere and be known on campus and all that. And that was cool because it gave you a unique opportunity for your music to spread. Everybody don't stay here. Everybody don't live here. So when they go on in their lives and they go on their different paths and go back home, they take that music with them. So it spreads you out a little bit better. But though I felt like I had the opportunity to really conquer that, I never really felt like I had the support of the city per se because I wasn't out there. Nobody really knew who I was. So really took the opportunity to put myself out there. Started throwing shows over at Concrete, the old location over there by Battlefield. Shout out to my boy Keith. There was Concrete Friday. Shout out to Fingerprint, the legend. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Zakari. He is the one that my boy got the brand on right now. Matter of fact, shout out to my boy Zach. You know what I'm saying? He's the one that hooked me up with Keith in the first place. And we started throwing shows there, live shows, hip hop shows with a live band. You know what I'm saying? We would have multiple artists do sets. I'd host it typically. And we just do our thing, man. And from there, it blossomed to this beautiful, crazy, still writing story. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we got here.
All right, man. Well, you took half my show away from me,
I'm
man.
sorry, I'm a little long winded. My
No,
bad.
that's right on, man. You got a journey. I was blessed to be able to watch it
Man,
mature into what it is today.
help
So
nurture it too.
so for sure, I
For sure.
appreciate
I
that.
appreciate you, man.
So I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it from there. And I might circle back on the back end.
Talk to me.
You was doing the shows at Concrete.
Yes, sir.
How was curating that culture to be able to come out and have people get supported for independent artists?
Um, really, it started off. So JSU, they have this series called JSU Arts. They get different artists, different musicians, etc., that are students, and they'll give them an opportunity to showcase what they do. Kentress Rush, she's I believe she's over publications at JSU, and she's also the advisor for Outspoken Arts Collective. So that's how we had connected. She gave me the opportunity to record a performance in the Starbucks that's on campus. And me and my guy Sean Taylor, shout out to bro, Taylor Payne, as well as Lanina Miller, aka Cloud9. Sorry to throw your government out there like that. But we had got together and we did a performance of my song Pump Fake, did a kind of unplugged tiny desk approach to it. Sean was on the keys, Nina and Taylor were on the background vocals. And the campus responded to it very well. It was a good vibe. It was a fair amount of people up in there, you know what I'm saying? And we really enjoyed ourselves. So me and Sean had started discussing creating a band, so we can do that more on a regular basis. From there, I literally just started making a band. Like it wasn't a long, drawn out thought plan or anything like that. I was just kind of went for it, man. Me and Sean, we had kind of collaborated on getting that together. He had picked up Khalil, who played bass in the band. He picked up Parker, who was somebody that I knew, but I didn't even know the dude played drums. I knew him as a rapper. He's an amazing MC, you know what I'm saying? But apparently he had a whole hidden talent that I never knew about. I have recruited my brother Flu Seth. I've done a lot of shows with him, done a lot of music with him. It's my guy. He played guitar, apparently. I didn't know that either, you know what I'm saying? So it was
A
just
lot of hidden talents out there if you get to
yeah,
digging.
man. So just really looked out there, put the bat sign out there, picked up my brothers, added on more over time, you know what I mean? And that kind of did its own metamorphosis. Shout out to Downbeat, you know what I mean? We eventually put a name on it, had a couple of position changes, had a couple of dynamic changes, you know what I'm saying? And we still figuring it out, but it was a beautiful journey. But all that to say, I'm a very long-winded gentleman, but you're gonna have lots of contents and lots of clips, so it's all good. um, but we put that band together. I kind of got ahead with all the name and all that stuff, but we put the band together. Started throwing shows there. Pretty much the same people that we had garnered the crowd on campus were the people that were coming to the shows originally, in addition to the people that were being brought out from the city as well. Because what was cool about it is we would have somebody that was known on campus more so, or a student that was on campus performing, but we would also try to get somebody that was already a figure in the Jackson scene, so that way we can like kind of cross pollinate, if you will. You feel me?
Yeah.
A lot of cats that's out here on the scene, they don't really hit the college scene as well because it's kind of hard to penetrate unless you're a part of one of those collectives and they're able to get access to those events. But a lot of times it's kind of closed events and it's more so to the students.
Mhm.
So it's hard to directly get affected in them unless you're on campus just politicking all the time. So I felt like that was a good opportunity on both hands. We also had took into account that we were in a shoe store, sneaker boutique rather. Um, and with that being said, I thought it would be cool to introduce some brands, you know what I'm saying? Some of the brands that were on campus, I thought it would be cool to bring those in and have them be represented for a little while too. So that gave it the opportunity to spread it a whole nother way and give even more people opportunity to be seen and do their thing and network and such. So I think just fostering those relationships, creating that type of environment of entertainment, creativity, and love, you know what I'm saying? And mutual respect for what everybody doing, you know what I mean? It really gave me the opportunity to meet a lot of really cool people that really swung open a lot of really cool doors for me. And that's kind of, I think I answered that question well. And I talked so long, I forget
Oh man,
which.
you over there speaking some gems, man.
I
My
appreciate it.
job is gonna be to make you dig a little deeper in different categories that you rolling through.
For sure.
So the first one you speaking about, it started. You didn't wait. You got active. Y'all said you're gonna do a band, and that led to everything else that followed
Yes, sir.
in the band sense. So talk to me about what allowed you, or what mindset did you have to be able to go after something that you hadn't done before, didn't necessarily know what the end goal would be,
Um,
and still had the confidence to move forward with it.
I feel like as a creative that wants to do creative things or to create music or content as they call it these days or whatever, what have you, to be able to make that dream a reality, you got to be a tad bit delusional and you got to really go for it. You know what I'm saying? You got to believe in yourself that much that it's almost a little bit crazy in order for that to really be a thing. So I think even at that point, I was aware that I had capabilities that were special. You feel what I'm saying? So it wasn't really a fear of, oh, they ain't gonna come, or oh, they won't be down or anything like that. It's like I'm gonna find somebody and we're gonna make it do what it do, because that's what we here for. Um so yeah.
Okay. All right, bet. So I'm gonna dive into the music.
Okay.
So talk about a couple of your first big songs. I know you had Pump
Um,
Fake.
Pump Fake was fun. Shout out to my boy Trey. Trey, you know Trey, home team Trey and such. He executive produced one of my first tracks that I had put out. Like I would say, more on a serious basis when I was in college type deal. I had did a couple of projects. I put out plenty of songs, and prior to that stage in college, I never really felt like it was an accurate representation of the artist that I wanted to be. You feel what I'm
Okay.
saying? So I took some time to figure that out, reworked that. I collaborated with other people, and Trey was a very pivotal part in that stage of helping me figure that out. So I found the beat for Pump Fake online, you know what I'm saying, on YouTube, surfing. I played it for him, and I'm like, this is funky, and I got this idea for a hook, but I don't think I want to sing it because it sounded a little weird. Back then, I was a little weird about recording myself singing. Um, and he kept telling me that it was one of those types of songs that can be bigger than just like hip hop. It's bigger than just our age group, bigger than just that. It can spread into different genres. It can go into different age groups. You can play the basketball games. You can play with the homies and they ain't gonna look at you crazy on the ox. You know what I'm saying? So it was really fun to, and I recorded that in my dorm room at the time. I think I was staying in Campbell at the time. So just it was really one of those organic moments, you know what I'm saying? Very younger, bright eyed, bushy tailed Dré Dys, just figuring it out, man. And it led to me creating more. Pure White was just, it was inspired by Pure White Hennessy, so that was just a wild night that had occurred then, and I turned that experience into creativity. Um, it's a lot of songs out there, man. It's just really inspired by life. All of it is inspired by life. I try not to speak about it, nothing that I do not know. I don't want to misrepresent myself. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Nothing like that. I'm a cool dude. I do my thing. I hang out. I make some beautiful music, and I love my people. So that's kind of how I come at it.
Okay. Speaking with the beautiful music, I always felt like you made feel good music. You know, when you put some Dre Dice on, it's almost like clean your house music.
I can feel
You could
that.
do something you don't want to do, but the music's so good, you feel good
Yeah,
doing it.
I want I want to make timeless music. I want to make music that makes you feel. Now, it may not always make you feel good, but I want it to be an intense feeling that you feel. Rather, that is, you want to move your butt. Rather, that's, I want to smile. I want to cry right now. I want you to really feel what I'm saying and hear these words and hear the emotion in my voice, I guess, and really tap into where I was feeling so you could take that to where you need to take it to. You know what I'm saying? I feel like your blessings are supposed to bless others. You know what I'm saying? So I try to make sure I am as open as I can be. I try to make sure I'm as transparent as possible through my art, um, in order to give people the opportunity to find that blessing within there. So
Okay.
yeah.
So I feel like you reached a part of your music career where you had fans. that literally sung your word when the music played. Talk to me about that feeling, because a lot of people do music, a lot of people don't. But to have that feeling of people respecting your art to the point to where they've learned the song and can recite it with the song, how does that feel?
It's really cool, man. I was the weird little chubby kid, you know what I'm saying? So it's like to grow up to have people really respect something that I created and put out there and have their own experience with it and to put it into their rotation to the point that they know it and can sing along like that. That's a powerful feeling. It's really cool. And I don't take it for granted. I try to make sure I connect with everybody out there. I try to make sure I keep up with folks, you know what I'm saying? Make sure they know that they're genuinely appreciated. It's not just like a transactional type of situation, you know what I'm saying? So it's beautiful, man. It's an exchange of energy, and I appreciate it.
Right on. So throughout your career, there's ups and downs, highs and lows. What is one of the moments during your career where you felt like the best? Like, what's a moment that you can retract and go, this moment here, I'll remember forever as an artist so far?
Recently, I went back home for Shrieks Fest. It was a festival, music festival. It had over 70 artists on there: Currency, the Franchise Boys, Bloody Knuckles, 4200 Corey, Fox the Legend. I'm shouting out a whole bunch of my people back home, man. I can't get everybody. It was like 70 of y'all, but I know I love y'all. But being able to go back home after, because I left as soon as I really got into the music. You know what I'm saying? I graduated high school, and I got into the car with my mom, my stepmom's, and packed up the back trunk, and we drove overnight. And the next day was literally my 18th birthday and my first day of summer bridge at JSU. So I didn't even really party my graduation night, nothing like that. As soon as I was done, I got out of Indiana and headed all the way down to Jackson, Mississippi, and just hit the ground running, man. So everybody that really connected with my music and really knew what I did at that stage, you know what I'm saying, was more so here.
Hmm.
So to be able to go back home and still have that love there, still see people from when I was younger, my grandmama and them was there, you know what I'm saying? Like it really felt like a mini family reunion, a hip hop concert, and all that wrapped into one. So I feel like that was an extreme high for me. I'm a sentimental type of guy, you know what I'm saying? So those things mean a lot to me, man. So that was definitely one of those highs. And, you know, to even be able to be recognized on a platform like Shrieks, that's one of the bigger platforms in my home. You feel what I'm saying? So to be able to come back home to one of the bigger platforms that they have and be able to express myself and connect with other people and have the opportunity to open up for acts like that, you know what I'm saying? I grew up on the Franchise Boys, Currency. That man is hard. That pen is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I'm battling, but you know,
No, you talking, man. You give us some gems. So, as somebody else that left home and ended up in another city, talk to me about how you were able to make the adjustments, or what adjustments you did make to be able to exist and grow in another city.
I think that's the beauty of. So I'm from Anderson, Indiana. Anderson, Indiana, about 40 minutes from Indianapolis. I moved to Indianapolis with my pops when I was like 13 years old. So I got both the city boy experience, but also Anderson. It's a very small town. It's one of them everybody your cousin type of situations. You know what I'm saying? So I think the transition was a little bit more natural because Anderson kind of reminds me of Jackson at times. You know what I'm saying? Jackson, it's just a lot more open, if you will. It's a lot more love. You know what I'm saying? It's that southern hospitality they're telling you about. Like, it, get real. You know what I'm saying? So still stay on your P's and Q's, but for the vast majority, I feel like if you coming in there and you ain't on no nonsense, you coming with love and respect, ain't nobody gonna do nothing crazy. Everybody just trying to have a good time and get home. So I felt like that transition, the biggest transition was just folks saying hi all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like back home, it's like we getting where we're going and then we getting back home. Here they, hey, how you doing? They really want to know how your day going just because they see you, they see you existed and they appreciate that. I can dig that. I love it.
Right on. So talk about your experience with the Jackson music scene and how you feel it can help other artists or be more assistant to artists that's coming up.
I feel like I'm one of the blessed ones, bro. It welcomed me with open arms. Like one of my first few shows on the scene, I was out DJ by fingerprint. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even think I understood the gravity of that all the way at that time. And then I really did some more digging. I'm just like, oh no, dude, just that. You feel what I'm saying? So to even have that type of start in it, to have all the more seasoned veterans on the scene, you know what I'm saying, pour a lot of information, a lot of love into me. Shout out to Coke, shout out to Dollar, shout out to Savvy, shout out to all the big homies, you know what I'm saying, all the colleagues, uh, big homie. What's a good way to say like mutual
Peers.
peers? There you go. That's what I'm looking for. I apologize. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Anyways, yeah, man. I just feel like I'm one of the ones that was blessed. So a lot of doors were open. I feel like if you come prepared to a lot of places here, it'll open up for you. It's just about knocking on the right doors, having the right conversations, networking. You know what I'm saying? And really putting yourself out there and not being afraid to ask. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of cats kind of wait for people to approach them. That was part of the reason I wanted to start throwing my own shows because I didn't want to have to wait for nobody to decide, oh, DreDys is important enough to me that I want to book him and bring him out here. Like, I think I'm important enough, and I feel like it's probably 50, 60 folks that I can get in here to feel just the same way as me. So, you know what I'm saying? Take that initiative, take that step, you know what I'm saying? And when you step correct, because that matters too, you know what I mean? Your credibility with what you're putting out there, you know what I'm saying? That matters too. So I think the scene could just stand to keep doing their thing, stand to keep showing that love, but put more of us out there, you know what I'm saying? I think I had a conversation, I think it was with Coke actually, and he was talking about how sometimes we can move, you know what I mean, to other markets and things like that. Jackson is where it's at. We got a lot of history here. It's the city of soul. It's the birthplace of American music. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like talk about that. I want to hear about the standard life in your raps. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear about the potholes, not in no funny way or nothing like that. But talk about what that really means for that infrastructure to be like it, how it is out here, and why it is like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I would like to see more representation like that. But yeah,
Three key points in there, and I'm gonna state them out loud so you can help me remember them.
okay,
I want to talk about show preparation with the Coke show.
yes, sir.
I want to talk about uh what representation could look like.
Okay,
And I already forgot the third one, so I'm gonna circle back to it. Let's go back to show preparation.
okay,
We talked multiple times about music and what you did for the Coke show. I couldn't have told you to do. So at that point, I had to take a back seat and say the master is here.
man,
Um,
appreciate it.
so talk about that show preparation, what you did, why you did it, and I could talk about how it came out on the back end.
So, well, first and foremost, shout out to Coke and the whole team. You know what I'm saying for even giving me the opportunity. That was also another example of just opening them up and asking. I saw the show. I saw the concept of it. It was a show where all the ladies was free. And it was a woman's appreciation show, and it's just like majority of my support system, majority of the people that listen to my music that come to my shows are women, black women, primarily. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to show my appreciation there. So I even approached him about being able to open for him. And he was just like, cool, come on. You feel what I'm saying? So thank you for giving me the opportunity. Anyways, with that being said, it was at 440 Jackson. I knew that there would be people that would appreciate some of the type of music that I do. You know what I'm saying? Coke is a hell of a lyricist. Coke has some timeless music, and he really that same thing I was just saying. Put the city into the music. He is the poster child for that. I think he refers to himself quite often as the Big Down masterpiece. That's the coolest I've ever heard. I'm sorry, I don't know if I
Oh yeah, you
cursed
good, you
enough.
good, man.
But sorry, the preparation. Going into it, I knew it was a crowd that was older than I typically work with, which I think is really cool because it gives me the opportunity to work with some of the music that inspired me. saying? So that was more so the idea of kind of going like a throwback Thursday approach with it, but also giving a dose of me. You know what I'm saying? I want to always be me when I'm coming with it. So I did some old school tracks. You know what I'm saying? And did some new verses, some stuff that was unreleased, some stuff that was already out there. I did the Jodeci, the remix, the hip hop remix version. Um, I hate to say it, but I think it's the Bad Boy remix. I didn't want to say it.
It's cool,
Yeah.
man. We ain't gonna get canceled. We get canceled. I'm be happy. I mean, we got enough views on here. We popping.
Fair enough. But yeah, did that song. I think I can't even recall what I was in that track anymore.
That's
I
fair.
just be doing a lot of shows. I think I did a D'Angelo flip on there. I think I did yeah, I'm blanking on what was all on that, bro. But I think it was just more so the goal was to show appreciation to women. You know what I'm saying? I saw an interview with Ronald Isley. It was like basically with all the music, all the love songs that they made, he was saying that he wanted to woo the women. You know what I'm saying? That was his goal with everything that he was writing. So I think a lot of times with the music, I approach it like that. I think typically now, um, the way we express ourselves about women in music, you know what I'm saying, can be a little too aggressive, a little too raunchy, you know what I'm saying? And it's a little too direct to the point, you know what I'm saying? These cats was talking about boys to Atlantis and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? If you really listen to the track, you know what he's talking about, but it's just not
Straight in
raunchy
your
like
face.
that. You know what I'm saying? So I think I wanted to take an approach like that too, even with some of the things that I have to say in my lyrics, like now. You know what I'm saying? So that was a lot of the inspiration with that. I know I kind of talked around a lot on that, but that was my inspiration on that content wise. As far as preparation, I think we talked about physical preparation too. You know what I'm saying? I've been jump roping mainly. That's my go-to, man. I get 30 minutes of that cardio in. I like this stuff like that. And I also listen to my music while I'm doing so. So you know, to spit along to it, you feel what I'm saying? And that kind of gets you air right, you know what I'm saying? And all that. I'm stuttering like my papa, Chad.
Oh man, I thought that was you playing off the doing a jump rope and getting the words out.
um, but yeah, man. That was a great show. I was very thankful to be a part of that. So I just wanted to make sure that I took the time to give it the care that it deserved and make sure it was the type of experience that I would enjoy and that the ladies would enjoy. So, you know, I was coming with it.
Okay, and from my perspective as an attendee, I was going to support both Coke, and then when I seen Dré Dys on it, I said, "Oh, I definitely got to pull up now." So when I get there, like you said, it's an older crowd, not your typical crowd. So I'm thinking they probably haven't heard of Dré Dys. It's a good chance that the women in here or anybody in here may not have heard of Dré Dys, besides the people that seen it and came because Dré Dys was on it. Um, but what you did by giving them familiarity songs, I watched them rock to the song that they knew on a hook. And then when your verse came and you spit your verse,
Right on.
then they say, "Oh, this is different. But I like it." And then you say a verse or two, a bar or two, and they go, "Ooh." And they're like, "All right, all right." And then the hook come back in and they kind of got the bounce. And then you hit them with the next song and it was the same vibe. And that was an amazing way to take a cold audience, as we would say in marketing, and warm them up and then give them your product and let them understand that this is what they need in their life. So the way you crafted that was amazing. I know you left out of there with a few more fans than you came in with, which is always the goal.
I went back to work, and one of my coworkers said she was there. I didn't even see her that night. But yeah, man, it was definitely a cool time, and I think that is definitely something I try to do. What inspired me up in there, man, because I think it's nothing new under the sun. You know what I'm saying? Everything is just a reiteration of something else in some form. So I try to put just little Easter eggs in there for the folks that's really listening and want to know what makes it tick. So yeah, that was part of it too.
Okay. Now I remember what the second thing was out of the three, and I can't let you leave out of here without addressing it.
Okay.
Me personally, this is the opinion of Raymond Kantz. Y'all opened up Holland Mile to a new audience. And you ain't gotta agree, don't agree because you can't agree. Don't agree with me. I can say, talk to me about y'all experience of. I think it was the first show because that was one of my first times being in Holland Miles in the Blue Plug with the mirror behind the bar,
Right. That was
and
the first. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
and y'all packed it out.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't get in there. I'm sliding past people trying to get a drink, and I'm watching the thing through the mirror because if I turn around, I'm not tall enough to see over the crowd. So
That was cool, man. It was definitely a cool time. So the downbeat originally when we had became a thing, it was more so an accompanying band than myself. You know what I'm saying? As I mentioned earlier, a lot of them cats are multi-talented, multifaceted in general. Everybody in the band spit. Everybody play an instrument. Everybody produce at some capacity. You know what I'm saying? So I felt it was kind of silly to keep approaching it as if they were just like a sideshow type deal. And I thought it would be dope to really come at it on more of a Wu Tang type of approach. So we kind of roots Wu Tang fusion dance that thing and made it make sense for us. But that was our first time really being out with that type of approach. You know what I'm saying? We had through one show beforehand. It was a 420 show. We threw it at a private location. Invited some folks that have been supporting us since the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Had some little goodies and had us some time. Put the content out there, and Alex Coates of Allen Miles, he had reached out to us and asked us if we would like to be a part of his Locals Only series. That was the show. You know what I'm saying? We put it out there. We marketed it well. A lot of the people that were at the 420 show, they got invited and they popped out too. And, you know, we did our thing. As far as introducing a whole new crowd, I don't know if I can say that all the way. I ain't the first cat to bring some of them folks in there, but, you know, we brought them in a little bit more consistently with people that come out for us specifically. Alex has been very open. He's been very helpful with getting events going on there. Some of my personal events, some of the downbeat events, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully we get some more rolling in the future, man. So shout out to Bro, shout out to Howler Miles. Shout out to everybody that come out to the shows, man, because we wouldn't be talking about none of this if that wasn't a reality, man. But yeah.
right on. And I want to give you your props. You've been amazing to watch your pursuit of leveling up, your ability to cultivate audiences, community, bandmates. I mean, it's a sense of understanding that you have of being able to bring people together to produce something that people want to be around. You know, from events to music. Um, and before you go, I want you to leave the people with a message. Shout out to whoever you want to shout out, and leave us with your social media so we can follow you and all that good stuff.
I would say on that note, with what you just said, shout out to the family, man. My family, the way that we were raised, the Calhouns as well as the Dysons, that's the Dré Dys.
Government name, folks.
You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Hey,
Google them.
I ain't no scammer, ain't no, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got no warrants out here. It's all good. But yeah, our family just, we came up very together. Everything we did was together. We traveled together. And that instilled in me very young that you're better with a team. You know what I'm saying? You're better to be able to go at it with multiple people with all different skills with the same goal in mind. And I think when you approach anything with that mentality and that respect for what it is first, it's easy to cultivate a space where they can thrive. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, just make sure you're showing love to your team. Man. Make sure you're putting your right foot forward when you're going out there and associating with people and connecting with people. That'd be my little message I would leave out there. Social media handles Dré Dys Music, DREDYS Music. I see. I'm a little off my bad. I've been up since 6 a.m. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm running on.
My boy working.
Man, I'm a night owl now. I mean, not a night owl. I'm an early bird nowadays. I used to be a night owl. Now I'll be in bed by 7 up. But yeah, man, I'm doing a whole lot of rambling that ain't got nothing to do with the music. Dré Dys music on all social media platforms, man. Shout out to the team. Shout out to the High Roller Club, man. We just recently took this merchandise, you know what I'm saying? Shop with your boy. We recently put it online. You can get all that. The link is in my bio. Tap in with your boy. Plenty shows coming. Plenty music being worked on. I got stuff I'm sitting on, man. Collaborative projects in the works, man. It's just all about the time to put it out there. So we just bear with me, ride with me, roll with me, and we're gonna keep on riding. I'll let you
All right, and I'm gonna holler at him about this discount code.
know.
We gonna see if we can put some stuff together.
Actually, we're gonna do $10 off until the end of the month on all the shirts and all the hoodies and such too. So y'all heard it here first with my boy Uncle Rain. $10 off all month. Shop with your boy High Rollers Club.
Right on. I'm gonna put a code or something together for y'all somewhere on here. Appreciate you, Dré Dys, for pulling up on me, man. It's always love. Once again, this is Rap and RnB with Ray. I got Dré Dys in the stew, and we out.